6 on your sides. Wes Cooper is live along Wears Valley Road for us tonight. So, Wes, what can you tell us?
Wears Valley Road has been very busy today and tonight. As you just saw, fire crews are here fighting this fire on Thacker Mountain. Right now, they're moving their trucks over closer to where the fire is. They just got a section of it contained, but right now they're going more towards where the fire is going on. There are several fire trucks that are around me and firemen that are out here, and they're doing their best to get this fire contained. It is very close to Wears Valley Road, but it hasn't crossed it or touched it yet, but it is just a few short yards away. This is what the scene over here at Wears Valley Road looked like earlier.
Wes, the big question right now is what are you seeing in that area?
Bo, high winds, and these winds aren't dying down. You can probably tell from my hair, we've been out here all afternoon, and it seems that the wind just continues to keep picking up. We've seen a lot of people leave Wears Valley, and you can see right back behind me, first responders and firefighters are here at Valley View Baptist Church kind of monitoring the situation, and some are taking a break while others have headed up Kettle Cove Road and have gone up Hatcher Mountain. You can see how one structure on the side of Hatcher Mountain is on fire right now. We don't know if it's a house or a barn, but it's somebody's property, and unfortunately it is on fire. You can see just how extensive this fire is. First responders tell us that about 250 acres have burned so far, and at least 20 structures have been affected by this fire. We will continue to keep you updated on the latest on this fire, but for now, I'm Wes Cooper reporting live in Wears Valley for WAT 6 on your side.
Wes Cooper joins us live from the scene with all the latest. Wes.
But police are still here on the scene at Hatmaker's Bar and Grill, as well as the forensics unit. You can see them right back behind me, and Tazewell Pike is actually open as authorities piece together what exactly happened over at Hatmaker's. We're across the street at Tazewell Medical Center monitoring the situation for all of you tonight. Knoxville police say that 2 people are dead after a shooting in the parking lot at Hatmaker's, and 2 other people are injured. Lori, Bo, the fire department has left the scene, but as you can see, the scene is still very active. Sevier County crews are out here working on the power lines right back behind me. As you can see, we're not sure if the power is out right now. We're still trying to figure that out, but as the looks of it right now, the power is on. So Johnson Matthew is just right up the road, right here on Airport Road, where all the rest of these crews are working. The plan is right past that building with the green stripe. It's in those trees right back behind that building. Jenny, the scene is all clear here at the Magnolia Court Apartments, what used to be the River Glen Apartments. We have seen some Richmond County deputies driving around this area, just making sure that everything is calm. One woman I spoke to tonight says she knows who the shooter is. Right, Brad, ever since that fight happened on May the 17th, authorities have been hunting for Brittany Kennedy. Now she's here at the Charles B. Webster Detention Center in a cell waiting for her first court appearance. Right, Brad, a large group will be down here on the docks at the Riverwalk near 10th Street to pick up trash like the stuff you see here tonight in the Savannah River. Right, Jenny, and we just witnessed an arrest related to the deadly accident that happened at mile marker 181 here on I-20. And as you can see, the highway is back open. The 1 lane going eastbound and 1 lane going westbound on Bobby Jones is back open after that tractor trailer crash. You can see that traffic is moving slowly. Welcome back, everybody. This is Game Night live at the Brickyard in beautiful Thompson, Georgia. The Burt County Band is about to take the field and entertain everybody with their halftime show. They're about to perform their competition routine that they have been working on all year long. Let's take a listen. Y'all played a well-fought game tonight. Some mistakes, but how do you improve?
We can't have that lull right there against good teams in the third quarter. We got to keep the pressure on them. I thought we did a good job the first half, but then we got to get to the second half, and we got to still continuously keep that pressure. Give Burt credit. They made some plays when they had to make it, but, hey, we came out victorious, and that's all that matters.
Play all 4 quarters, right?
Yes, that's right. Play 4 quarters, and you got to finish. And I thought we did a good job of finishing this ball game.
Yes, sir. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Go
right.
join the team.
All right.
All right, John, back to you. All right, Wes.
We are at the Columbia County Fair. Right now we're checking out the bumper cars. It's one of my favorite rides at the fair, joined by my good friend Taylor. And there's a lot of people here at the fair. Social distancing guidelines are in place. You don't necessarily have to wear a mask, but it is being very highly encouraged. The crime tape is still up here at Johnson's Beauty and Barber Salon in the Harrisburg neighborhood in downtown Augusta, just off of Eve Street. Police say that even though this shooting happened here at this business, it is not considered a dangerous place. Life hasn't been the same for Christy Frills since losing her son Joshua in a car crash.
I have to keep my mind busy, like I constantly working, but most of the time I'm literally just laid up in my room and I'm just really depressed.
It hasn't been easy for Cameron French either. His brother Austin died the same day as Joshua.
I miss him every day. I have days where it's really rough, and then I have days where it's, not as bad, but I mean, it's hard.
Both Austin and Joshua, who were teenagers at the time, were killed in a drag racing crash along Orchard Valley Drive in Harriman. Cameron, Austin's brother, was riding in the car as well.
All we have is a headstone with their name on it, or a crash site with a cross with their name on it. We don't have them. We don't get to talk to them because somebody wanted to act stupid behind the wheel.
Holden Melton was driving during the 2019 crash that claimed the lives of the two young men. Melton was found guilty on all counts related to the deaths of the teens. His sentence, just 60 days in jail.
There's no justice for them. There's no justice for the family. We have to spend the rest of our lives without our sons, and they get to have, after 60 days, he's free to go, and it's just not fair.
Melton is also sentenced to 4 years of supervised probation and must serve 200 hours of community service. He also has to pay a $500 fine, and he lost his driver's license for 3 years. With all that, family of the victims say his punishment still isn't enough.
The evidence was already there. It happened because of negligence. I feel like he should have gotten more jail time, or if not prison time, but I mean, there's nothing that's going to happen now.
A lot of us handled it well. Most of us, after we heard the sentencing, half of us just ran out of the courtroom because we wanted to hold ourselves back to where we didn't ruin it.
With new Tennessee laws in effect, Frills says the judge's hands were tied when it came down to Melton's sentencing.
Karma will pay the price on that, so all I can say is when karma comes, I feel sorry.
According to Cameron, Melton did not show any remorse after being found guilty for killing his brother and good friend. Meanwhile, French hopes he never sees Melton when he gets out of jail. In Kingston, Wes Cooper, WAT 6 on your side. Loved ones, even strangers, paying their respect here at Midland Valley High to a life taken too soon. Many say that Nathaniel or Nate Johnson had a promising future, and it's a shame what happened.
Long live Nate.
14-year-old Nate Johnson is no longer with us, but his memory is being kept alive in the CSRA.
That was part of his great foundation.
Nate was a smart and funny kid, according to many of his friends and family. He was living with his grandmother, who says he would eat just about anything. Nate was about to start his freshman year at Midland Valley High.
He knew a lot, probably more than me, honestly. He paid attention in school, kept his grades up.
Every time my boy Mike had a birthday, he would come over, we would just play football, have a good time. He was all around a good kid.
One of Nate's favorite things to do was spend time outside.
He liked being outdoors. He's always calling me over, like, hey, come hang out with me.
Investigators say Nate was shot on August 14th by 30-year-old Larry McKee Jr. McKee is also being accused of shooting another man in the same Graniteville incident and of shooting a clerk at the Family Dollar in Rennes. The alleged two-state shooter is in jail at the Aiken County Detention Center.
I thought it was a joke because there's no way that my friend Nate had just passed. It broke me, but I didn't cry. There's a lot of rumors going around, but only few people know what really happened. Most of the community is mourning.
And his uncle.
During the student-organized vigil, Nate's grandmother thanked everyone for their support.
Long live Nate.
As the balloons were released, some tears flowed. Nate used to go to school at the Aiken County School where Pamela Grandy works. She knew Nate well and is helping her son cope with the loss of a friend.
And my son said, "I'm good, Mom." He was a Christian, and I know where he's at. And that helped him a lot, and it helped me that my son's preaching to me that, that he feels good because he knows that Nate was a Christian.
Nate's friend, Matthew Grandy, said that Monday was a tough first day back to school, but Nate will never be forgotten. In Graniteville, Wes Cooper, WJBF News Channel 6.
Preston Hampton and his twin brother Parker are ballers. Preston's latest season with his 865 elite basketball team was cut short during their last game. He injured his knee.
And then it like swelled up. And so we went to the doctors and we ended up finding the tumor in the back.
We thought he just tore something in his knee. And then when they called us hours after the MRI and said there was a tumor, honestly, my world just stopped. So, yeah, definitely a big shock, but we know he's going to kick its butt.
It's hard to explain. The second we got the diagnosis, that's when we and even him just flipped it in that it's go time, So, not to say the fear went away, but now there's not an ounce of quit in that kid's body.
Preston, an easygoing teenager yet fierce competitor, recently got through his first round of chemotherapy to treat his sarcoma, which is a rare form of cancer that arises in bones and connective tissue.
I think it's just important to have a positive mindset about it, so it's a lot easier to get through things.
The 15-year-old incoming freshman spent several days at East Tennessee Children's Hospital for treatment and has plenty of support.
He's going to be a testimony for kids to come. Lee Smith, ex-Buffalo Bill player here locally, came and lifted his spirits up.
Even though Preston is battling cancer, he has not turned away from God. He and his family's faith remain strong.
So much miracles happen already, so I know that he always has a plan, so if it's bad at the moment, it'll get better.
People throw statistics out here and there, and you just can't put a number on heart and will and, drive. And like I said, that kid don't have an ounce of quit in his body. We're all convinced. We feel the prayers. We know everything will be okay, but, have faith in God.
Preston says he's not feeling any negative effects from his cancer treatment and isn't too worried about it. In the meantime, he's going to be working on his game, and his twin brother says he's not going to take it easy on him. In Knoxville, Wes Cooper, WAT 6 on your side.
Oh, come on, sweetie. You have a blessed day.
For more than 20 years,
All right, let's go.
Mississippi native Connie Tooley has been helping kids get to school in Columbia County.
I've enjoyed it. I've made a point of sharing a little bit of me, trying to bless somebody. I've had people stop me in the store and say, "You made my day." And I'm like, that was my whole point.
How are y'all this morning? Good. Y'all have a good day, all right?
Nathaniel Jackson, or Nathan for short,
all right, y'all. Y'all are safe to cross. How are y'all this morning?
Is a little fresher to the crossing guard game. This is his third year on the job.
I love every minute of being a crossing guard. There's not a day that goes by where I don't love being out here.
Since hitting the streets, both Connie and Nathan's stylish yet graceful crossing techniques are getting a lot of attention.
It does a lot for me because it makes me feel, love you too, makes me feel like I'm trusted, stuff like that. Okay. Yeah, because we're a part of the community, we help and serve the community. I like the fact knowing that the kids can come to me if they have an issue.
You move pretty fast.
Oh yeah.
So what's the secret?
I don't know. My kids came home from college one day and said, "Mom," everybody at college in their classes were saying, "Man, your mom dances to him, bows to him." I'm like, hey, I'm enjoying myself while doing this.
While Connie and Nathan have their differences, they both say they wouldn't be able to do their jobs without overcoming challenges with help from God. For Connie, she's got to be moving or she starts to have pain.
That can strengthen you. God gives us things to help us to grow.
For Nathan, he has a mild form of autism, but that does not hinder him at all.
To be honest, sometimes I even forget I have a disability because I just go on throughout my life.